Good morning, UPBOptionMillionaires.com. It's August 14, 2014. It's a Thursday. It's a long-term weekly chart of the S&P 500 futures. And it always just gets a nice little song in my head like, there's no place like stocks. There's no place like stocks, Toto. No, Toto, go long Google and Apple, Amazon, because there's no place like stocks. And with the Federal Reserve and every central bank globally trying to reinflate asset prices, I'd say so far it's been a success. What do you think? I also get in my head the old, was it the Seven Dwarfs? Hi-ho, hi-ho. It's off to higher stock prices we go from 9:30 to 4. If you buy, it's a score. Hi-ho. Okay. So nonetheless, we are higher this morning. Stock futures are higher. We had a nice move up midday yesterday, consolidated after the bell in spite of Noodles got absolutely smoked, got taken to the woodshed. And we have Cisco down a little bit pre-market. Nonetheless, futures didn't really care. And this morning, just after the European Open, we spiked higher again. We've been consolidating, and the chart looks very bullish, just like this chart. Yes, looks very bullish. This is the S&P 500 two-year chart, and I brought this up. I put it on StockTwits on Friday when we were at 191, right at this Abenomics support line. And this bottom that we had, this low that we hit recently, this pullback, looks pretty similar to the ones we had twice this year, and then going all the way back to the Abenomics low. Each of these pullbacks has led to significantly higher stock prices, namely record stock prices or record highs for the S&P 500 ETF, the SPDR. So that's what we're on track for. I mean, let's just follow the trend, folks, because that trend remains to the upside. And you can see why the VIX and volatility's going lower, because we've had these violent moves off the lows in 2009. And now the moves have become more muted, which means less volatility, lower VIX. The VXX, I talked about it yesterday in the morning watch list. VXX was at like 32 something. I said, watch it go on to 30 today. I called that well before the bell yesterday. And yeah, actually this chart doesn't even do it justice because we're at 4,000. Let's just pull a little closer. Pull a little closer. Don't be shy. And you can see it drop below 30. It's actually down to 29.50 after hours, and this morning it's at 29.44. The VXX, which seems like it's got a lead weight tied around its neck and just keeps getting thrown in the water. So let's look at some charts. We have Walmart reporting earnings this morning. It popped into positive territory. Pretty wild, huh? Let's just see where it's at this morning. Walmart, yeah, it's slightly green side. I'm not sure that's going to lead the market in any direction, one way or the other. We have this morning earnings reports. Well, Noodles last night, and I'm not too shy to say it. I was in some calls for Noodles, and I did say it in my watch list yesterday morning that I thought Noodles, there was a good chance for a sharp decline. If you looked at everything that was going on with the chart, basically what's going on with the chart, selling, sell. Hello, IPO, sell. So apparently they're selling, the stock is getting sold better than the product that Noodle sells because it's down. Oh, that's the VXX, I'm sorry. Similar chart. There we go. Look at that. It's pretty amazing how the VXX and Noodles look exactly the same. Looks pretty close. Nonetheless, either stock or either ticker will work just fine for you as Noodles down under the $20 level. And you can see the selling just hasn't stopped. I'm also in the calls for fuel, and the fuel has a similar chart after its earnings debacle. Let's pull in to the 10-day, and I'll show you what I'm talking about. Earnings debacle, and it's just melting lower. Hello, it's summertime. I'm melting. Oh. And so, yeah, will there be a snapback at some point? I mean, look how oversold it is here. But that can remain oversold until the selling stops. Wow, that's brilliant, huh? I didn't even go to school for that. Let's repeat that. Let me repeat. This is the education class today. The selling will stop when it does. Groundbreaking. I've got to copyright that. That's just a great phrase. Hopefully nobody steals it from me. We have Yelp yesterday. Yelp made a big move. JB is away, but yet he still made the trade into the $74 Yelp calls that expired this week at 40 cents. They went to $2.40. A tremendous move for Yelp. A lot of positive reviews yesterday, apparently. No. Nonetheless, pulled back a little bit, but looks very bullish here. Yelp was up near $100 recently, right? Did it go over $100? Yeah, it did briefly. Pulled all the way down to 50, dropped 50% on the tech wreck of 2014. Now looks poised at it. Yelp looks poised as it hit support to make its way back up to former support, which would be up to 97.50. A lot of air up here. You know, it's funny that the bears talk about, oh, look at all this air to the downside. This is going to be a dramatic plunge. Well, I see the opposite to the upside. Look at all the space up here that just draw these bulls in and just shower them with love and laughter and kindness. So that's Yelp. Sears Holdings was down with Macy's. Macy's got destroyed yesterday. So Sears Holdings was down yesterday. Down. Not higher. Down. And I like the calls. I got into the calls, the $36 calls at 45 cents. And then suddenly the buying started. We got up to $36.50 before just melting. Melting, I like that word today. Melting lower. Closing at session, off session lows. But I like this Sears Holdings for a nice move to the upside, because like the S&P 500, nobody thinks it's going to happen. I don't even shop at Sears. I don't even care what Sears, who cares? Look at the chart though. The chart looks really good. If we can get over this line here, the nice little purple line, if we can get over that, Sears is going to make a dramatic move. It's one of those stocks, and you've seen it in the past. Look back at the start of 2012. It went up over 100% in like 3 weeks. And look in 2013, 65% in a couple weeks. We had a couple nice sharp moves in 2014, namely a little bit ago off of support. So yeah, is there a chance it comes down to support before seeing a violent bounce? Yeah, it's possible. Anything is possible. It's going to go higher or lower, or maybe trade sideways. There you go. Let's look at, after the bell, we have Autodesk, which has been in the past a pretty good earnings trade. I had this beautiful head and shoulders pattern that was back in the summer of 2012. Oh, the memories. And you can see this was the earnings plunge. Then we recovered. And then again, similar type pattern. We had the earnings plunge. No, actually, looking at it back at this point in time, we did have the plunge off the head and shoulders. I think that was the earnings report. It was actually a rally. And then we got up to support, and here we are. So to me, let's cut to the chase, will you? It's like, look at this candle. This one's nice one. Let's just go. Come on, let's just get to the chart, will you? You can see we had the stock looks very bullish here. I was actually looking at the options. There we go. There's the Autodesk. I wasn't lying to you. I was looking at the options for Autodesk, and you look, the $60 calls are like 50 cents. Which is, we're looking at about a $3.97.6 move post earnings. That would be for tomorrow. These expire tomorrow. So if we get that $3.97.6 move, that'll get us up to 44.376, which would be 40 cents shy of this. That would just be to actually get to that strike. It wouldn't even put us in the money. So we'd have to get about an 8.5% move for the $60 calls to make any money. So it's a high risk trade, but I think Cree is, I'm not Cree. Oh yeah, Cree didn't do so good. Let's just bring up Cree, because I put the calls up at the watch list at optionmillionaires.com to start the week, and we had, nasty decline post earnings. No, I'm talking about Autodesk. I don't know what got in your head. And if you look, this is a 5-year weekly, so this would put us at 5-year highs. I'd imagine Autodesk has been higher in the past, or pretty close. Back in 2008, let's pull back a little farther. No, that would be a record levels. And so, if you just take out all of this mishmash and just draw a straight line, the trend is certainly up for the stock. And I would like to see, I think it's going to go over $60. I think that would be a nice move, and so maybe I will get some of the $60 calls. We'll see. All right. This video is just about done because we're running into overtime here. And I hope everyone has a great trading session. I'll see you in the chat room at optionmillionaires.com. You can check us Twitter. Go to Twitter and see what we're tweeting. We only tweet the good stuff. None of that, tweeting everything. Oh, a good trader is one who makes profitable trades. All those people who tweet those words of wisdom. Ooh, selling for a loss is always going to take money out of your pocket. Volatility is when price meets turbulence. I like that one. I gotta have to coin that one. When you're going long a stock, make sure you have an exit plan. Or just cover your eyes. Whatever works best. That's not even funny. All right, that's enough. Yeah, and as I pointed out in my watch list this morning as well, futures are melting lower a little bit. We saw this yesterday. I'm going to keep going. I'm just going to keep going and going. Yeah, see the futures, they're melting. We had the same thing yesterday. Here we go. See, look at this. See this? See this action yesterday? Roughly the same time, and we melted lower. And then what happened when we hit our lows? We rocketed higher. Rocket man, soaring to the stratosphere. All right. And the funny thing is, I'm not even drinking. I just had some green tea this morning. Green teas make me a little batty. All right, that's enough. Goodbye.